What's up, everybody? Welcome to Soup for the Soul Signs. This is the Stock Pot. We're here to give us your hot takes on the game of Weiss and how we feel with upcoming sets and different type of competitive atmosphere going on. I'm Jason. I'm one of the creators of this group, and here are a couple of my friends. We're just gonna go through us really quick, just so you can get to know us. We'll start with our tech guy over there.
I'm Jake. You'll know me for playing Rent a Girlfriend and somehow doing not horrible with it. And we'll try other things and we'll see where we go with them.
Yo, my name is Brandon. You'll know me as the residential English only guy because it seems like I only play English sets. And Fate, my favorite triggers bar. Sorry, not sorry.
All right, I'm Alejandro. I play Jank Hollow Live decks and Quince sometimes.
Oh,
So
I see.
that's me.
And again, I am Jason. I am the residential idol man of my group, and I also love Kaguya just as much as anybody else. Thank you, Coggers, for what you did for me in BCS.
Were you the only Kaguya top 8 in BCS?
I was the only Kaguya
Was
top
it?
8
Yeah.
in BCS of New York. There were a couple others.
Were there? Okay.
There were. I think before me, I think the last one was a couple one, but I was the only one within a 100+ tournament that topped 8 with Coggers.
Well, there's only 3, right?
Yeah, there was Chicago, California, and New York.
Yeah.
We were at both New York and Chicago. We didn't go to Cali. I think Chicago had 150, I think, and 150 plus, and New York had like 160 plus.
Yeah, they were very comparable
Yeah.
in their attendance.
I played Quince in Chicago. Never thought I'd do that again because, man, I don't like playing standby. Which is why I went back to Kaguya. But what do you mean you didn't? You do okay with Rental Girlfriend?
I mean,
I don't believe you won.
I mean, I feel like the deck's fun, and by fun I mean fair. So you're not relying on standby to ideally push your damage through.
Oh yeah.
And I think I might be one of the few people who would actively go out to a competitive setting with Rent a Girlfriend and try it.
No, you said if you made it to World, you went to Rent a Girlfriend. The only reason you're going this time is because I told you to.
I mean, yeah. I mean, for Spring Fest, yeah. In Atlanta, we're going with Rent a Girlfriend. If I make it into a World, I would bring Rent a Girlfriend.
Yeah,
that
I'm
sounds
sure you
hilarious.
would, yeah.
That sounds hilarious.
But you said the deck is fair, so clearly it can't be good.
Oh, sorry. Are you saying fair decks aren't good?
Ooh.
Have you seen Quintessential Quintuplets,
So
my good
hold on,
friend?
hold on. So here's the problem. You're playing only Chizuru.
Oh my goodness.
You're only playing Chizuru.
Only Chizuru.
Yes. 8-door Rent a Girlfriend.
Yeah, he does not like Ruka. He refuses to use that combo for all you Ruka fans out there. Just letting you know.
I mean, when you have an event that early plays your 3-2 that you can just absolutely play for free and your 1-0 gets it, I think it just feels better. Plus, your Brainstormer just allows you to be fast.
No, you allow your Brainstormer to be fast.
Yeah, I do.
You're one of the only people I think I've seen go through 20 cards in his deck in a single turn.
I mean,
And still can't find a level 3 climax.
that's just what I do. That's just how I play.
You know your Brainstormer also gives soul. No, that you just care about the fact that it lets you see 70 cards in your deck.
I very much care about that first effect on that Brainstormer.
Just to set the record straight, I once played against Jake in a match, and I've seen him brainstorm at least 5 times.
I've seen him use the same Brainstormer 5 times. And the Cowgirl.
Well, you play the Brainstormer over the Brainstormer, you get back the Brainstormer after you hit the climax, and then you Brainstorm again, and you just chain it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, enough ragging on how Jake plays Rent a Girlfriend right now.
Rag.
What?
Rag.
Rag?
Was that a pun?
That's the.
No.
That was awful.
Oh. Just like your deck.
Oh.
So anyway, we're gonna talk about a little bit about like what kind of things we're exciting about coming out. So, being the idol man myself, I cannot wait for 5th anniversary to drop this April.
Yeah, of course.
I feel like a lot of people can. And
No,
those
I
are the
can't.
those are the people who are playing against
This is
it.
gonna be my first time to finally open a Yukina SSP that I won't open, but I can't wait to try it. I've been off of Bang Dream since the extra booster came out.
You make it sound like an addiction.
It is an addiction. You would know if you liked idols as much as I did.
He's literally our gotcha guy. That's all he does.
Yeah. Do you want to go back down the gotcha road about how you can't appreciate characters?
Oh,
We
God.
can,
Here we
but
go
that's not what
again.
this channel's for. I think Bang Dream is gonna change a lot about the current game, though.
You think so?
Yeah. We a couple things that are coming out. We have a finisher, 3-2 costuming.
Yes, because Bang Dream has never had a finisher.
All right. Our finishers change every set, just like our level 1 combos. Okay. She is at the end of the her attack she burns 2, then she causes auto burn. Then until the end of your opponent's turn, during her battle, she auto damage cannot be triggered.
Really? Okay.
So like stops any like Nino burn, any type of thing that says like on attack. That as soon as that battle is started, burn damage won't happen.
It doesn't stop Escanor.
It does not stop Escanor though, who has been tearing it up a little bit.
Has
That
been.
is the downside.
It explicitly says this is not an auto ability.
It is not.
Hey, believe me, I know. I'm the residential 7 Deadly Sins guy.
Oh,
But I will say, it does stop Marine, and that's all that really matters in my eyes.
honestly, we haven't proven the fact that Marine can be stopped.
Listen,
There are
give it
different
time.
combinations of Marine. I feel like we are anything. You could put Marine in just about anything, including an 8-combo Marine deck that we may or may not be testing with. Don't worry about it. You'll find out when we figure it out.
I don't want to, though.
It's okay.
Okay.
We got a couple other sets coming out though. We have Data Live, which comes out actually in 2 weeks.
Yeah, Data Live 2 at
Oh.
the time
Yeah.
of recording comes out in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's Data Live 2 and 3.
2 and 3. You're correct. It is set, but it's set 2. It
It's
does
set
have
2, Volume 2. Sorry,
Volume
Data
2,
Live Volume 2.
You do make a good point.
We have SAO,
SAO
10th Annie,
Which people are looking forward to playing. It's
nerfed.
a little nerfed because
Nerfed.
there's stuff from JP's that we're missing. Like,
I was just talking about the art.
that is true, but we do not have 10th Annie with the manga with the light novel art. That also with stronger cards such as Heathcliff
Oh, true,
that
I
stops
guess.
Encore.
You know, that's banned.
Yeah,
Mhm.
banned and no,
Sorry, restricted.
restricted.
In effect.
We have Grisaya coming up.
No, is anyone actually excited for that, though?
Grisaya set 1 is not really going to do much. be honest.
It's going to be the reason for them to print set 2, though.
Yes, though. It's just fun stuff that you can bring to your local game store and play around with.
And then within the next 2 months, Psychono Flat.
Psychono Flat, which I can't wait for. I already make these guys miserable enough with just set 1, which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, now you get a finisher, right?
I have a some of a finisher now. Before I didn't finish, and we just sat there looking at each other until I finally eventually
I was
died.
like, does it matter? He memory compressed. He just played.
He memory compressed, marker compresses. The only reason he fails is if like climaxes get put under the 3-2.
That never happens, I swear.
Never.
Never. Never.
I'll remember this for later.
Can they maybe look forward to gameplay of that deck?
Maybe. We'll see what happens.
I mean, I don't know if you could hit YouTube's maximum upload time.
You're right. The game
But
would be too long.
Psychono might do that.
I could try it. I could trim it down a little bit.
Psychono might do that.
Oh yeah, but who's gonna be the victim to play against you then?
It probably have to be myself because I make everybody miserable already. Might as well make myself miserable and play against myself with it.
Yeah, play 8 quints. 8 standby quints.
Yeah, then I double make myself
Yeah.
miserable.
Oh man.
Awful.
And then a little bit after May, we have Quint's movie set.
Oh boy.
Which I don't know if we even want to touch that yet.
Oh, touch. I'm touching it right now.
Well, listen, we're gonna be all over it.
Yeah.
Well,
We have a
all of you
lot
can.
coming in for that. We will be doing definitely a big opening.
Yeah,
Of
that's 5 cases of Quints.
That's 5 cases.
Yeah,
of Quints
5
we have at
cases.
least.
That's going
I wish
to
you
be...
all the best of luck.
Hey, we did it
hoping-
with Slime Volume 2.
We're hoping to get some Itsuki
Well-
SSPs.
Yeah, but like I'm pretty sure these are gonna go for more than whatever we got for slime.
I mean-
True.
Yeah, probably.
Looking forward to playing that 8-door Itsuki deck that's going to be coming out.
I mean, 8 doors gonna be...
8 doors already. People already
eight-
play 8-door before
I'm
it's strong
not
right now.
looking forward to this at all.
I think it's be good.
It'll be fine.
8 standby is gonna get a little bit better.
Yeah, but hopefully by that time they just make the same restriction they did in Japan, and we.
They want to sell movie set first.
I guess
so.
that's fair.
Well,
So
yeah,
so it's gonna tear up for all of Springfest.
Yeah.
that's
Well, no,
gonna
it's
be fun.
actually gonna be outside the Springfest range.
Yeah.
I think-
you won't be playable for Spring
I don't.
Fest.
I think even the last one won't be. Maybe a couple out of country, but we
Mhm.
won't. We won't see it at the Springfest.
All right,
'cause-
fine, we'll see it at Bushiroad Rumble online.
Oh yes,
Something
is
that
true.
we all desperately want to participate in.
Yes.
Clearly, yeah. Mhm.
Um.
Yeah, then after movie says what I'm excited for is gonna be Avatar: Last Airbender, which I know we don't have any spoilers yet, except for the one Katara. That's the one of the top 3 prizes, but I'm looking forward to
we
it.
have a vanilla promo.
That's true.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true.
Team
I
Avatar.
guess.
Yeah, Team Avatar.
Now, being the English guy, like this is definitely another new territory. I mean, we've seen a couple English sets such as Ruby, that
Mhm.
did some damage when it first came out, but didn't really see much of light of day. Now we're seeing 7 Deadly Sins. Do you think it is going to fall into the same as some of the earlier English sets when it came out, or do you think it's actually going to come well equipped to be able to deal with
what I'm hoping for is that it will at least come in power level wise between Seven Deadly Sins set 1 and 2, because like set 1 was okay, but it just didn't have much of a finishing act. And then now once we had set 2 come in, like now you had Escanor, you have the Diane early play, like you have these tools you can actually use to finish the game. And I would like to think that Bushiroad would actually not, kind of screw over the Avatar community.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say they're very screw around. I mean, it's gonna be interesting because we saw already that like on the art they gave us that, for those of you who watched Avatar, that it looks like they're just gonna give us all 3 books.
Yes, which
already, so we see like the Zuko where he's on Aang's side compared to like starting from book 1.
I hope it's a Zuko change where we get ponytail Zuko.
Oh, he changes into it.
Full head hair Zuko.
Listen,
I mean,
that would be really
everyone's
funny.
hoping for a Cabbage Man. Like they already revealed
we know we're gonna get Cabbage Man. We just need to know what exactly. Because I'm just saying.
I'm telling you, it's whatever it is. He's getting an SP.
Well, he'll be
Bushiroad,
one of the
please.
Avatar rares.
Yeah, well, he'll be one of the Avatar rares.
Because they have announced that there are 5 SPs and 8 Avatar rares.
Okay, so
we can definitely assume that Cabbage Man might get one. I don't think so.
If that Ty
Not a
Lee
believer.
Avatar rare is playable, that card's going to be unnecessarily
So you think Ty
expensive.
Lee's gonna get an Avatar rare?
I feel like if they don't give like Azula, Ty Lee, and May something in SPs, which they're not, then it's going to turn one, if not all 3 of them on a card.
I definitely would say Azula will be an Avatar rare. I think that one makes the most sense.
It makes the most sense.
I also feel like but the problem is I also think they might also just give the main cast Avatar rares, which could just eat up 5 slots.
It could.
But we also could hope for Uncle Iroh. I know we all need an Uncle Iroh.
Unfortunately, we can never get that SP.
That's why. So he has to be an Avatar rare.
What's the most tragic part about Avatar is we're not gonna get a Mark Hamill SP.
Don't say never.
And I
Don't say never.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Well, because they have 5 SPs, right?
Yes,
So we know who those 5 are.
we do, but don't say never because we still get a set 2 somehow.
Set 2 of what?
So
They're gonna cover everything.
listen, okay. I just need as many SPs in the set as possible. I just need Mark Hamill at some point. I need my Dante Bosco SP, please,
well, that's guaranteed.
please.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the other thing though is like, it's weird because like, how long are we gonna wait though? Because look how long it took 7 Deadly Sins to get a Vine 2, which I'm surprised it got it. Like we
Yes.
I thought Ruby was gonna get one, maybe even Mob Psycho. Because what happened to Mob Psycho?
I don't know.
I think they
Mob
just
Psycho's kinda
ran
gone.
out. I think they just ran out and said, "Who's ready to re-sign rights?"
Like
and
or Adventure Time. I was hoping for an Adventure Time.
AT2 would have been fantastic.
I would have been
That
all
would've been
about
really cool.
AT2. Like
That'd
there's
be
so many
sick.
more things they could do.
I am actually very surprised because it was unprecedented that we got a set 2 for 7 Deadly Sins because we figured of all the ones it would have been possible, it would have been Ruby first.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, like
Especially-
there was like that minor accidental leak about Ruby 2, but then everything that happened on that side of the
Yeah.
negotiations probably just fell through.
yeah,
Probably.
maybe. Well, we'll have to see what happens. The other thing is, let's talk about Mr. Jank Hololive over here, though.
Mm-hmm.
You only play Jank decks. You
I
don't
mean,
really experiment. Is that a choice?
It's half and half.
What do you mean half and half?
Because I was playing Jank before,
Oh, true.
and then for Springfest, you were like, yeah, play
Well,
even more Jank.
What's the context
the-
of the jank?
yeah, like
So before I was playing Watame Aqua.
Okay. I feel like that's not really Jank though. I feel like I've seen that before. I feel like it's
I haven't seen it.
Well,
but I
that's
mean,
been in a BCS.
Yeah, I feel like I've
Watame
seen that
Aqua
before.
has been in a
Has it?
BCS.
I-
yeah.
because I've seen
You were on to something.
I've seen Kanata Aqua.
Maybe it was that.
I've seen Kanata Aqua,
Kana Aqua did show up. Yeah.
which that's super interesting. I mean, it makes sense.
I mean, Kanata is just a very powerful card.
Yeah, it makes sense. But now we're playing, Fubuki Aqua.
Wow. Where did you come up with that one?
I didn't.
Oh,
I didn't.
Fair enough. It was me.
I didn't.
Yes. So currently, I kind of am the lead captain of my team going into Atlanta BCS, which we'll be attending to in a couple weeks. Currently on my team, we have Jake, Alejandro, and myself. Brandon is on
Yeah.
another team,
Sadly.
but we still like to have him here. Yes, but my team gave me the option to pick what they're playing. Worst mistakes of their
Well,
life.
Brandon will also be
No.
on your team, guys. On your guys' team in Spirit
He will be playing with us in Vanguard.
with in a other
on day one.
Bushiroad licensed game.
That is true. We will also be putting out a vlog of us going to these Spring Fest events because we like to have a little fun. And we're kind of a ridiculous group of people to be around.
Only a little fun.
Only a little fun sometimes, depending on what we say.
Yeah.
Dude, Waffle House at 3 a.m. is
Waffle
going
House
to be
at 3 a.m.
fantastic.
sounds great.
I'm telling you, I'm getting a job at Waffle House while I'm down there. And it's going to be a different kind of training arc.
But yeah, so I picked everyone's deck. So that's what originally Jake was playing Denmachi, but he sold that for some Rent a Girlfriend SPs because I said he should also play Rent a Girlfriend at Spring Fest.
Actually sold all of it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I traded the deck.
How many
Oh my-
cheeseroos did we get?
So I traded. Essentially, what it boiled down to was four Hestia SPs, 3 Eyes SPs, and all the accompanying SRs and triple rares. I also threw in an Ina SP and any other tech choice that I had in as SR
Oh.
because I was like, well, I'm not gonna have this deck, so I might as well just send everything to him. And so
Mad lad.
he was just like, would you do a partial trade? And I'm like, I'm not really looking for that much. And then he just sent me 2 Chizuru SSPs, 3 Chizuru SPs, 4 of each of the climax for Door, and that was one of the pictures he sent me. And then a few other things that I was just like, there's like some minor interest in that. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, you really had like some of the things that I would be like actually considering. So we finally worked out a deal.
Nice. Okay.
And so we are currently both waiting for our various cards in transit. Because I had to send it to Germany and he's sending it from Germany to the US.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yep. It has been a very patient and trying time for me.
That's gonna be an awesome mail day.
I
though.
cannot wait.
Let it be known Jake would do anything for a Sorama SP. So
Yeah,
if you see
yes.
him at any of these events, you know
There-
how to get him.
Yeah, there's
Just letting you
that's one of the ones.
That is something he would do anything
It's probably the one.
for.
Yeah.
Actually,
So
the
we
one.
got him. I was able to get him on Rent a Girlfriend. I just picked basically 2 Hololive names out of a bag and basically gave this guy
Well,
A
you know,
deck.
I'll say this much though. It surprisingly works pretty well.
we've been testing constantly on it.
Yeah.
You've been on the deck for what, like 3 months now?
Something like
since
that.
I
Like
came up with it.
two or 3 months.
And-
Really
Something
been
like
that
that.
long?
And don't
Yeah,
worry,
since late December. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
like basically, it started with like a very rough draft.
At,
Yeah.
at BCS, right? Like at
No-
BCS New York, we threw
that's
the
when we
names
came
out
up with
there.
it.
Well, yeah. It was like right after Manhattan.
Right afterwards.
Right after Manhattan, and then afterwards it was like straight to testing and seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work, and I think I've finally settled on a list that I'm very excited for.
Yeah, I can't wait for people to see it in action. Hopefully we do well.
Well, yeah, hopefully someone posts the list somewhere.
We hopefully
yes.
like especially if we'll definitely put the list on. Like we'll have our list on the channel definitely. But hopefully we'll make top 8 and you could see us on the nice little Weiss Tea Time master post. Thank you to Weiss Tea Time also because that is where I get all of this information from. They are great at providing us information for what decks top.
They're very helpful
Yeah.
because if we didn't have them, we'd probably just be in a backlog of, oh well, what happened in the 70-person Germany event? Probably like
knows?
3
Yeah, right?
Hololive event, 3 Hololive, 2 Quints.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? Really?
And a couple other things,
Yeah,
but
we-
who knows?
Just a stray Tokyo
We'd
Revengers
be
in there.
definitely shooting in the dark a lot without them.
Oh yeah, of course.
But yeah, and then I'm gonna be playing what I think I've settled on is 5 pants, 3 door Kage with the new set stuff coming out.
You said
yes.
what?
Huh?
You said what? How many? What
5
climaxes?
pants, 3 door. Pants is
whi-
one of my favorite things to play.
Which
Oh, I see.
door?
We are playing the Brainstormer door. As much as they thought I wanted to play door because I love the 3-2 so much.
Mhm.
That'll be coming probably in later PCS events if they announce that again. But with the new Kage stuff coming out, the new door Brainstormer is really fun. I am playing the new level 3 finisher because I apparently want to give myself a chore and see if I can complete the trifecta of getting those 4 events to memory.
It's not
Everyone
even a
needs-
trifecta; it's a quadfecta.
That
Yeah,
is true.
Exactly.
If
People
you
need
guys
to
don't know what this new Kage does, it is a climax combo that requires me to have 4 different events in memory of specific name cards for it to burn 3 for free.
It's unique events, right?
It's unique events.
it's
They
unique
need to have
events.
at least one of each of these events in there. One of the events is played off the level 1 Kage combo, which works just like the Bell does or the Goblin Slayer that people definitely know. It searches for that same event or salvages it. So that's one of the events that has to go to memory. Luckily, it sends itself there too. I think it's really fun. It's definitely a little bit different than what I've normally played, and since I like this, like Kage said as a whole so much, it's definitely something I'm looking forward to playing in this type of event. One thing I definitely do want to talk about though is the fact that I'm making this man play the Jank Hololab deck. He actually just recently picked up this game. The three of us here have probably been playing this game for at least like a couple years now. He kind of really started playing recently, and we gave him Quince, and he wanted to come to BCS with us because we were playing in Vanguard events anyway. He did pretty well in Chicago for his first time. He went 2-2 before he dropped, and then he did a little bit better in BCS, and he's definitely come a long way. And seeing him like play this Fubuki Aqua deck that why would you make such a thing, and him making his own changes and making the work for it is making me very proud of him, and just shows how far he's come. So
You're such a proud dad right now.
I'm glad it's Aqua anyway.
that's true.
Just because
you're an Aqua stan.
just because I love Aqua.
That's true.
So I'm very happy. But you know,
It's one of the reasons why I did pick Aqua for him. I had to pick someone he liked at least for him to play.
I mean, it's not hard.
That's true.
I like most of them anyway.
That's fair.
Oh,
So
simple.
you've been on the competitive side of this game for what, like 8 months at this point?
Yeah, roughly.
Wow, it's really been that short?
Roughly.
Yeah.
Because I mean, because I
Wow.
started
Chicago
playing,
was his first outing.
yeah, because
Great.
I started
Oh.
playing this game when Quince 1 came out. And basically, well, I was familiar with the game before, right? I knew of the game. I had like a Persona starter deck. I bought one for retail.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Nice.
I bought a box for retail, and I opened a Morgana SP.
Oh, that's right.
I've opened a Morgana SP.
You're that guy.
I was so mad. I was just like, God damn it! Of course it's Morgana. Hate that cat. But yeah, I started playing with Quince 1, and you know, we played the classic choice bar Quince deck. Yotsuba.
Yotsuba and the
That's
Ichika
right.
finisher,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Classic.
But then, you know, it was like it was fun. It was fun, but it was like nothing I was taking super seriously. And then like these guys started traveling for these events, and I was just like, oh, that sounds like fun. And I'm also a Vanguard player. So they go hand in hand. Vanguard takes place on Saturday, and then Weiss is on Sunday. So I was just like, yeah, let's give it a shot. And then for BCS, went to Chicago, played 12 Standby Quince, just because that was what I was super like comfortable with at the
It's
time.
also because you love Nino. She talks to women, right?
I do like Nino.
I mean, it's also a very good like entry level deck if you're trying to step into competitive,
Yeah, I agree.
because the ability of that deck definitely can bring you to a higher level.
Yeah. So Chicago was a good time. Manhattan was also a lot of fun. Chicago was great. That was a really fun event.
You
I
also-
still apologize about Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did have to face Jake in
Round
He
two.
did get team
In
killed in
round
round
two,
two.
Round
yeah.
two.
He
Dream
did indeed get
crushed.
team killed.
And then I proceeded to throw away that entire
You
event.
did. I was
The-
the last one standing. I was one game away from making a top 8 in Chicago.
The good old 4-0 into 5-2.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I
Yeah.
lost to one of our buddies we know that plays in another area around here in the last round. So
Oh.
I'm glad he made top 8, and I'm also glad that
he made it to Worlds off that event.
he did.
Yeah.
We're pretty good about that. Like, I am happy though that like I made it that far, knowing that like if I won that game, I could have been that same spot. But I promised Nick the run back, so yeah, I did, and
You got your top 8 mat eventually.
I did get my top 8 Quince match. That's all I really wanted. But I also realized how much I want to go to Worlds, and I wish I was able to finish what I started in BCS. But we're gonna hope next time around we'll get there.
Yeah, 2023 is your year,
2023,
right?
we're hoping so.
Yeah.
We're
No,
hoping
no,
so.
don't hope. Do it. Just go
I
out there
will.
and do it.
I will do what I did. I said.
All right.
And that's how it is. Honestly, I'm pretty excited for what's coming up. Especially Spring Fest. I can't wait for Spring Fest.
Well, we get to see. We have the first Spring Fest's results from Toronto,
Yeah.
and so now this weekend we get to see what Los Angeles looks like,
Mhm.
and then hopefully we got a game plan for
Yeah.
Atlanta when we're there.
We have no game plan. What are we talking about?
Play cards and hopefully not die.
So no, hold
Yeah.
on. So yeah, we're trying to have fun. We're trying to get an idea of what the meta's going to turn into.
I mean, that's what Spring Fest is about. Like,
exactly.
you're not meant to try super hard, just have fun.
Oh, yeah, like I'm going in it like to try something new, see what I could do. Like, I think that's just kind of what you got to do in Spring Fest. I feel like it also like Spring Fest gives that open knowledge to like you could kind of do anything because like you're restricted on how many decks. Yeah, you could go in with 3 meta decks and probably hit the top 8 spot if that's what you're looking for. But I'm also trying to see like what decks can actually work, what kind of avenues haven't been tried yet, just to have a little fun, see what we can pull out, see how many people we can catch off guard.
I mean,
especially with the guy playing Fubuki Aqua.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that one.
It's gonna be great.
We not only have one person playing an on reverse level 1 combo, we have 2 people playing on reverse
That
level
is
1
true.
combos.
I am the only one who doesn't have to worry about
So
reverses in
when
our
we run into that tragic matchup of like Mushoku Tensei and Quince, and we're just looking at our 5/5s and our 8Ks, and they have like 10/5s.
Yeah.
We're just like we're gonna be very sad
It's
that
fine.
match.
Yeah, it's okay.
You know,
we talked about our decks. Brandon, what are you playing for Spring
me?
Fest?
Oh boy. So
Resident EN man.
Yeah, what you got? What you
Yes.
got planned?
so even though Escanor is definitely the big boogeyman right now.
Oh, Esper, yeah, you know.
Who decided that?
Who decided that? Not me, because I'm not playing Escanor.
Oh,
Because much like Jake over here, I'm really big on Sora Omamiya, and I just had to play Diane.
Whoa.
Whoa! Don't disrespect him
Whoa,
like
whoa.
that. That's your Aoyuki buff.
That's
Oh,
Aoyuki.
true. Oh,
Sora Amamiya
You're
is
still playing Sora Amamiya.
That's
She's
Elizabeth,
in there.
that's
right?
Elizabeth.
Oh, that's true.
That's
It's
Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Great. Now the fans are gonna hate you.
You
that's also true.
You're a fake Ian fan.
I am
now.
a figure. No, listen.
Yeah, you really play fake Grand Order. Go ahead, tell them right now.
Okay, no, that's not what I'm doing this time though, so
Oh,
it's
okay,
fine.
okay. So what are you playing for? Okay, so you're
So-
playing Diane.
Yes, I'm gonna be playing Diane, but I'm playing Elizabeth Diane. See, I was halfway there. You didn't let me
Which
finish.
Elizabeth?
The 0-0 Brainstorm Climax, the
Ah.
2-soul.
My
So-
favorite climax art ever.
Listen, I was so down on this Elizabeth Climax. I'm like, oh, it's sort of like a cigarette. It's like on a brainstorm. We're like, okay, it's fine, I guess. That card does so much work. It's nuts. Just the ability to just level 0, I can just throw away whatever I want
Yeah.
during my mulligan, and then you just slam down this 2-soul, you just get cards back. It's nuts.
Not even that. It's a 2-soul. That's why do you think Escanor loves it so much? It adds that extra power.
Listen,
But you're playing Diane. Which Diane are you playing?
I am playing the 3-2 early play Diane. Diane
Okay.
Friends.
Okay.
Because you know what? Because I'm an Ike main. I fight for my friends.
Buddy.
I'm so sorry.
I'm about to fight my friend
Real soon, yeah.
by
Wow.
because you
You're
just disrespected
Oh.
Aoyuki and Sora Amamiya.
Listen, it's because we have to love them both equally.
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
No.
Resident Sora Amamiya fan over there telling you no.
Yeah, exactly.
So this Diane combo, that's the one. It's an early play if you have 3 cards in memory, correct?
3 green cards
Right,
in memory
okay.
specifically. So the reason why I really want to do this is because, being able to just memory compress and then also early play, I thought was a really good combo. But the big thing is, like, it's the ability to either revive something, anything from grave on Climax combo, or you get to ping your opponent for 1 and then getting a power boost.
That's true.
And I thought, it's Escanor, great, you deal 1 5 times, 1
Yeah.
6 times if you're really lucky. But just being able to have something level 2 and then start pinging away your opponent just constantly,
Mhm.
you have a big board that's relatively hard to break, and then you just start dealing damage to them. And then if they cancel, great, then it just opens up your actual attack avenues.
Yeah.
If they don't, then cool, you start just chipping them away at them.
Also, I played against that deck a couple times. When you have those 2 Elizabeth back rows on that board is tough to break.
Yes, so
Yeah.
the ideal would just being able to have a 13k front row and just like, all right,
That
If you
board's
have
pretty tough to break without a couple of dachis and early play.
Yeah, I
early
feel
play
like you
killers.
do. I feel like you do get punished by like the standby hate that's always going to be out there.
that is the one downside, yeah.
But it's
Yeah, but
like
who doesn't?
you have to play into that essentially,
Yeah, you pretty much. I am of the philosophy of make your opponent have it.
and it's
Yeah.
also on placement, right? It's not even on attack, so
Literally on
you'll
placement.
still you'll still get the
Allowing things,
effects.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And some of the other support that comes along with Diane. So you have the King 3-2, you have the Meliodas 3-2. Just being able to just have a clock kicker at level 2 or having an on reverse burn 4, like
Yeah.
that's really powerful.
Yeah.
And if you just happen to catch your opponent off guard, you just send them from level 2 to level 3 very easily.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I know the only downside about the Melodius is you have to pay up front, but honestly, you should know what it's like. You already know, like, if you're gonna reverse this card or not.
For the
And
most part, yeah.
Plus, like you just have so many level 3s out by like level 2. They need multiple like early play standby hate to kind of deal with that.
Yes.
Like they really need to have it all. Like what are they gonna do? Get rid of one Diane when you still have like multiple other 3s?
It's also like you're never gonna see someone proactively playing Itachi,
Exactly.
like unless it's like Data Live and they picked the wrong card.
Yeah, exactly. Like the idea of ideally having 2 Dianes on level 2.
right.
There's like, all right, great. I get to either revive 2 things, ideally other level 3s, or I get to ping you multiple times. And like if I have 2 to 3 level 3s in my front row, you can't kill all of them. So I'll just be able to do it again next turn.
Yeah. I think that's pretty great, and I'm excited to see how your team does.
I am too, honestly.
Do you honestly know what the rest of your team is playing? Because I don't. I still don't know what those 2 are playing.
Okay, listen. It's,
So I think it got finalized last night.
yes,
Oh,
it
did it
did.
happen last
Yes.
night?
Yes, it did.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Took long enough.
Well, okay.
So we have 2 other guys that you'll probably see on the channel. We plan to do deckless videos with them, or even some of them might just come on
Gameplay, more of
anything.
this.
You'll definitely see them in the vlogs.
Case openings.
Case openings. So like we
something.
are talking about 2 people that aren't currently here, but we're gonna just go over quickly what they're playing real fast.
So teammate number 1, Dave. So he's playing Hololive.
Oh.
Another yes,
A
we have.
Hololive
There's a
fan, I
lot of
see.
Hololive stands within our friend group. I don't know how this keeps
Yeah.
happening.
Well, what
Ye-
version?
You know, it's Hololive's one of the best sets printed in Weiss right now.
It,
I agree.
And
It's got a lot.
yes.
It's got almost everything.
It's got range.
it
got a lot.
It's
really
got range.
does.
And it's gonna be getting the one thing that I thought it shouldn't get a free fresh suit.
Yes, it
actually.
does.
Listen,
It
we
is
don't.
going to be having one of those.
Honestly, an entire set 2 is something it shouldn't have gotten.
That's true.
Whoa, that's
Anyway, so what is our friend
Crony's
Dave
in that
playing?
set. Don't forget that.
That's fair.
That
I
is
figured
actually.
he was on Hollow. I just didn't know what version he was planning to play.
Is it sad to say that I don't know? Only
You
because,
don't know?
Only because every Hololive deck's the same to me, man.
Oh, that's fair.
I'm fairly
Listen.
certain it's Bar Marine. No,
Bar?
I think
No.
yeah. I thought he was on Okayu.
Is he
I
on
thought-
He
Okayu?
is. So
I thought he was gonna finally play Rushia. What the hell?
no.
Yeah, I've been trying to get
No.
this man to play
No.
Rushift for
So,
so long.
Why?
listen.
He should have played Rushift the first time he went to a Spring Fest,
He
but he
should
never
have.
listened to me.
No, he should have legitimately.
Oh my god.
But no, it's because there were 2 versions of the deck I saw within our group chat. Both did have Marine, but it depended on what the level 1, level 2 climaxes were.
It was Corona in one, and I think there was like.
It was another one. I can't remember what it was off the top of my
Oh,
I
head.
think when I
think-
saw him here the other day.
Yeah,
he
I
was
saw him.
playing
It was
Corona.
definitely Corone that he was working on most
Yeah.
recently.
Yes.
Which you should just play Corona Rusha. Like he played before. He played so much of that deck. I don't see why.
I mean
did.
that was also like the first Hololive deck that a lot of people were making
Mhm.
waves with.
Yeah, it was.
And
Well,
like
everybody
he's playing
gravitated to
Marine.
it.
the fact that like people were just like let's turn this into a value pile instead of a synergy pile. I was just
Basically.
like I
classic.
was,
The classic. Listen, if I throw Marine in anything, it'll probably do well.
It is one of the most generic cards you can ever play, and will just win you the game.
Marine is very strong. card.
and the deck's just gonna get better.
Exactly.
The ability to grab anything off of a sack 3, especially with all these cards that like have abilities that when they're sent to waiting room, like for example, like sacking the Hako's Bay, that lets you just hopefully go dig a little deeper. I mean, you're
Mhm.
guaranteed mostly to get your climax when you play 3 Marines, but if you don't, you have that extra length you could go. And just with the more cards that just have the ability to just go have effects when they go to waiting room, it just makes Marine a lot stronger.
Well, on top of that, you have Laplace, you have Aqua that's both being
Mhm.
played. You have
you
Fubuki
just
that
have
can
so
also be
much.
played.
So
Yep.
much range.
Exactly.
The deck has so many ways of doing things.
God, why does she have to be so sexy and good at the same time?
To sell cards.
well, not
Jason,
as
to
much as
sell
Shohei
cards.
Ohtani.
That's fair.
Yeah, not as much
True.
as Shohei
Shohei
Ohtani.
Ohtani is sexier. All right, so we have Marine and some level 1 combo we will find out eventually.
4-door
Yes.
Marine.
There's
no,
Marine
okay.
in
I
there.
don't think it's that one.
There's just Marine in there, so that's all
Yes.
we need to know.
Well, no,
Definitely.
you have 4 doors, you
What
have
did,
4 Marine. Honestly, you could probably throw in 42 other cards and still go like at least 2 and 6.
You're not wrong because it's Hollow we're talking about, but I don't think it's that.
So now, what is our friend Justin playing? What did he finally
So
decide?
our good friend Justin, I think he has finally decided to play Bunny Girl Senpai, and I don't listen.
8 choice Dreaming Girl,
eight
right?
choice Dreaming Girl, yes.
8 choice. Does that mean the Nodoka choice?
It is the Nodoka top
Yeah.
end from set 2 and the
This-
Kirito combo from
From
set 2.
Set 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
He went
And-
with both. Okay, double choice.
Yes. So we tested it a couple days ago, and it is. I don't know if it's just because it was a good day for him or the deck is actually really good, but it's just having the ability to just have a bunch of stock, get a bunch of cards in hand, and then just have your 2-3-2 combos and then having either a restander or just some other thing that just deals damage.
I mean, what's nice about Nodoka, like I was testing with it before. I was trying to make a memory package work just because I like Mai and Nodoka. I like the sisters because I'm easy to please. But
yes, you are.
Okay. Do you know if he's playing like the memory package in it?
Not at all.
No memory package.
No.
Okay. See, I was going with the memory package.
I think he's just playing good effects with a level 1 and a
Interesting.
level 3 to back it up.
Okay. I mean, it's not a bad idea to do. I mean, I'm glad he decided on Bunny Girl. I mean, Bunny Girl is in a very good set.
Yeah.
It has a bunch of fun card effects. So it'd be interesting to see how that version does.
Yeah,
It does give all your cards Musashi, which is really nice.
Which is the big thing. It's just being able to just either having the extra soul 0/0 in the center stage, just to deal damage casually, or just having a restander, just doing it multiple times. Because it doesn't say once per turn, which is I didn't know at first.
I think the Nodokas give each other Musashi.
It gives itself and another character.
Yeah, so like what's nice is you can if you triple Nodoka, you could give them all double. You could stack them all on one.
Yeah.
It doesn't give them extra soul like the Hestia does from Damachi.
No.
But it does put a nice Musashi effect.
I mean, it just makes your attacks better.
It
Yes.
does.
It is very stock extensive because I think I think when we did the math, you need about 6 stock to do everything. Like 6 stock
Yes,
and about
you do
4
need-
cards in hand. And this is
Because
including
it's
the
a pay 2 pitch one, right?
it's either pay 1 pitch 1 or it's pay 2 pitch 1. It's one of the two.
Okay.
But this Justin did say that it's one of his favorite decks. It's something that he wants to just try and try out.
That's good.
I mean, you get choice. It helps mitigate either of the costs. So,
Yeah,
and then on
exactly.
top of it, the Kirito combo is just such a workhorse. Like it is
agree.
so good.
Yet the fact that when I first read the card, I didn't realize it was basically just a better cigarettes combo.
I mean, yeah. For clarity, it's the My 1/0 from
It's called
the
a Kirito
Dreaming
combo
Girl.
because there's a Kirito combo from 10th Annie that was in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a level 1 that says mill X cards. You can mill up to 3 essentially. You can salvage based on the number of the trait characters there. So you could pick 0. You could salvage a 0. Depends on how many you feel like milling. What's nice is like you could do it to help your deck state. Even if your deck state's like, if you feel like you've seen there's still climaxes left, you could choose 0 to not even like possibly mill some of those out.
It definitely rewards knowing your deck state.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think so.
And it rewards the players who are going to play to the situation more.
I agree.
So.
Well, that's fun. That glad we figured that one out.
Yeah, because Justin took a long time to do it.
I mean,
Sorry,
if
Justin.
a bunny girl breaks top 8, that's definitely going to make people think about that set
And
again.
it does show a
True.
little bit more about like what's possible in this game. Like it
Yes.
just shows that like you don't have to play these big meta sets to potentially top. Yeah, there might be a little bit luck behind it, but like there's also some thought process that has to come into it.
Oh, of course. Especially since this is Spring Fest, this is trios. You could randomly get a really good matchup. You never know.
You never know.
Yeah, but also sometimes you might be in Australia on Gurren Lagann and still top 8 a 60-person event.
Or you could 6-0 for your team and not make top 8.
Who could ever do that?
Yeah, some legendary Love Live Sunshine player, I guess, that had 2 teammates that didn't help him get the top 8 in Cali.
Listen, that one player was playing against Attack on Titan that for the very first time in his entire career. He didn't know exactly how everything worked.
That doesn't
Another player played against Cardcaptor Sakura, which
I'm sorry, that's your downfall.
is an extremely good set.
Right. Yeah.
Against explicitly me.
Yeah.
Explicitly you.
Yeah.
How many times have you played against that
I
deck
guess
now?
if you
I
guys
have played
haven't
against.
noticed,
I have played against 3 different Cardcaptor Sakura
He has.
decks and
It's
have
hilarious.
lost horrifically
he
to
thought I
all
was
3
playing
of them.
against them because when we went to Voyager after that,
Oh no.
he played against another one and proceeded to lose to that.
Lost
How?
very bad to it.
We don't know. It all
Oh.
started when he played in when he played in Bro, and he lost to the Pants version and got timed out.
Yeah, the guy who
You got
angle shot.
timed out?
He angle shot me, and he was shuffling in for a refresh for him to be tying us on damage.
Oh.
And so he was just like, "Oops, well, I'm still shuffling as the timer hit 0, so I guess you lose."
Gotcha.
And so I will never be able to break the jinx of losing the Cardcaptor Sakura. And if we go to Atlanta again,
Listen.
and you put me in the seat where I happen to play a Cardcaptor Sakura player, it's planned.
You got to face your demons.
It is planned at this
Listen,
point.
I have not been able to beat 8-door Itsuki. I did loot, like, again, I lost. I was 7-0 in New York. I faced Eitor Itsuki in round 8, lost to it. Faced the same guy and top 8, lost to him. Both times, Eitor Itsuki.
I feel like these are slightly different decks, though.
It's still.
I feel like
still,
one's a little better
Alright,
than the other.
I'm still saying-
I feel like
I'm still
I
saying.
feel like
Hold on.
one consistently damage dealing deck versus 3 various card captor Sakura decks.
Okay, that's not my. It's not my. I don't tell you. You can't beat the set. I'm just saying I can't beat one deck. All right.
Okay.
Listen, we all have our downfalls.
That's
we all
true.
can't beat certain decks.
That's
it,
true.
It happens. Like we all have those decks out there. Every one of us. Anyone who plays this game will have that one deck. They're like, for some reason, I don't know. I have a terrible record against that deck. Mine is against Eitor Itsuki. Yours is against a whole set. Like
Yeah, mine's is against a meme.
I don't know how this is possible.
Mine's against Kuro.
Listen, that's just rude to the player.
You also it was like you lost them in Cali too.
Yeah, I lost in Cali, I lost in
In
Atlanta,
Georgia?
and I lost on Bro.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
3 times. That's crazy.
And thus started the Bro started the downfall.
Listen.
It all starts with online events.
Yeah. But listen. That still doesn't explain that why I went 6-0 when you guys weren't able to help me get there.
Yeah, he's just blaming us.
I'm actually blaming you.
This is-
Brandon
this is-
went 3-3.
This is
I did go 3 and 3.
classic LeBron blaming.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
LeBron blaming you.
Are you out here fighting for your life?
No,
Remember, Jake,
Okay.
not at all.
you
Okay.
won 2 games that we all won.
Yeah, but I won my 2 games faster.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess.
we went 3-3. That event was kind of crazy. Remember when we walked out in the last round, and then we found out there was an 8th round.
Yeah,
another
they
round?
added a 7th round because the players protested. The players protested, and now Bushiroad has the statement of the amount of rounds we say is the amount of rounds there will be, and that should have been the policy to begin with.
It should have been.
But they just didn't stick to it,
They do what they gotta do.
and then they'll grossly under round some of their events and then over round others.
Yeah.
Like California had a lot more people than New York, and they had less rounds than
That
New
one
York.
didn't make any
That one
sense.
I don't
I would have
know.
preferred if it was 7 rounds because I would have banded it
I
7
I know a handful of people who went X1 in California and still didn't get in.
That's
It's
tragic.
crazy.
That's insane.
It was insane.
Like they should have swapped the amount of rounds for either of those for both of those
Yeah.
events. You would have been the 1 seed.
I would have.
You would have been the 1 seed.
I
And
probably still would have lost in the first round, but hey,
And
Absolutely.
California would have been a drastically different
that's
event.
true. Yeah, no, you are correct.
Yeah,
You did get to go to Worlds though,
I did.
because I goaded you into it.
Yeah, I got bullied into
I
going
did
to
bully
Worlds.
you into going to Worlds. I didn't go, but I did tell him you wouldn't go to Worlds.
To be
and you
fair, we
bought a ticket
planned
that same day.
we planned to go to Worlds
Yeah.
as soon as BCS got announced.
Yep.
Because we're like, it doesn't matter if we like qualify or not. Like as soon
You
as
should just
we
still go.
heard that there were
Well-
side events, we were like, let's go, let's do
Yeah.
the side
yeah,
events.
as soon as
Sounds
we
fun.
found out it was open to like the public.
And so we were planning to go, and then it just came up close to the event. We were really tired. We have traveled to a few events
It's
at
all
this
money.
point. It was just like money that we were all like, yeah, whatever. But then something really kicked in me, and I think it was Jason.
Did kick him.
It was
Absolutely.
Jason saying you should go to Worlds, and one of my friends who qualified at New York and won the entire thing said, "Well, I got a couch bed, so if you make it down here, you could stay." And I just go, "Bet?" And he goes, "Yeah, I got you, fam." And so flights were $250, and I went to Worlds. That was a fun time too.
So what was the other purpose of you going to Worlds? There was a specific thing you were trying to do at Worlds that you forgot?
Oh, when you forgot your Denmachi deck originally.
Oh my goodness.
You
So
are
that-
an idiot.
At that time, I still had maxed already Danmachi, and I was like, you know what? I've had this for a while. I'm just gonna trade this into a vendor and turn it into a bunch of cards or cash that I want. Cash is also a good card to have. And as I was packing, because it was 10 a.m., 10:30. I think I booked my flight at 10:30, and my flight was at 3:00. I live about an hour away from the airport, and so I was packing my things, and in the rush of getting my personal item together, I had left my Danmachi deck on
Idiot.
my table,
Dummy.
and
Can't believe it.
and
No.
s-
Let me tell you, he's known for doing this. Actually,
he's
he's actually
right.
known for losing his stuff the day before anything. We were in Newark last Spring Fest, and honestly, Jake and I have been on the same prize Spring Fest team, all of them. I don't know why I keep taking him because he always seems to have the worst luck.
You're also
but
just a masochist.
it's really funny. I keep putting him on my team. So this time in Newark, he really wanted to push the limit. The night before, he goes, yeah, so I don't know where my slime deck is. And I'm like, well, what do you mean you don't know where your slime deck is? Yeah, I just don't know where it is. And I'm like, you better find it by tonight. Because when I pick you up tomorrow, you need to have that deck. Because we won't be able to play. I pick him up and he goes, I come to his house, actually, and he still doesn't have this deck. Doesn't know where it is. I go to pick up someone else that we're driving to Newark that day. I come back, he's like, I still don't know where this deck is. I don't know what's wrong with you. How do you have this happen to you all the time?
I honestly do not remember what happened in that sequence of events for me to not have the deck in that instance.
And then
like
when you found it, you came out to the car. We pulled it out of your drive and you're like, wait, I forgot to put the deck in my bag. You forgot. How do you do that?
Yeah, no, it's one of those just brain pop things.
Yeah. Like all the time. Like I feel like I have to hold on to your deck the day before these events now. Just so you don't lose it.
I mean, I probably won't lose my deck again.
Probably?
Probably.
Yeah.
It's not very convincing.
Yeah. It wasn't meant to be.
I guess that's fair. I guess,
it was not
that's
meant
how
to be.
One way to look at it.
No, I probably won't lose my deck. I was good on all of the championship series we went to.
Yes, because I didn't care about what happened to you at that point. You're not on my team at that point.
On all the championship
We're fighting
series,
for
I was
ourselves
good.
there.
On all of the Spring Fests, aside from Newark, I was fine.
That's because I think we made sure you had your deck before.
Well, Cali, I think we were for California. We were just excited to go, so I was making sure I always had that deck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did Atlanta after that.
Yeah.
We did Atlanta. Atlanta, we had it, and then I sold the deck.
That's true. So did I. We made mistakes that day.
We now regret. We regret.
I won't forget that day.
We regret Spring Fest 2022. The day that I lost a card cap to Sakura, and I said that's it. So I sold I sold a max rarity slime.
It was almost max rarity.
Almost a 95% max rarity 8-choice slime deck.
Yeah.
And Jason proceeded to sell his max rarity Kaguya standby door deck.
Yeah, compared to this day that I then played that I proceeded to play in BCS, not max rarity. So sad to look at those.
You're
cards.
lucky you didn't get like Curse of the Bambino'd.
Yeah. Well, I kept my SRs. I kept the only thing I sold were my.
I kept my
SPs.
SRs too. I've just been punished every time I play slime though.
When don't you get punished when you play slime? It's because you're playing the wrong slime deck. You do play Pan's book now, so.
He's still punished. No,
he's still punished.
He's still punished.
Yeah, that deck hates me.
No,
that deck hates me so much.
That was a tragic day because now whenever I want to play the door combo, I have to look at not the SP doors.
This stupid non-foil door.
Non-foil. I still love her, but like
So
even my doors were the Kaguya rare ones. What a time! Now I have to play with non-foil climaxes, and I hate playing.
That's
with
just
non-foil
tragic.
climaxes.
That's awful.
So whoever's watching this, if you have, Kaguya foils or whatever,
Please,
hit them up.
please. I'm making a master set.
On top
Please
of that,
help
if
me.
you have a set or a deck that's near and dear to your heart,
Don't
don't
sell
do
your
it.
foils.
You are going to have seller's
When-
remorse immediately.
Yeah, don't. If you really like a deck, a set, and you have SPs for it, don't move them.
SPs, secrets,
Like-
arbitrary rarities, like just you
We-
are going to miss them.
We saved someone from making that. Alejandro was about to sell his 3 SSP Ninos. But
yeah,
we told him
how's
don't
your
do it.
Quince pile?
But you enjoy still looking at them, right? To this day.
I do like looking at them.
Yeah.
It was
Must be nice.
definitely a decision I almost made
Yeah.
based on the high of certain Hololive 2 cards
Yeah.
being revealed.
Crazy man. I know how
Hololive
much
2
you wanna-
art, honestly.
Hello, Watson.
It was art, yeah.
It wasn't even the card effects; it was the art.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
true.
Hey,
I do
listen.
like the art.
All I gotta say is I still have all my FGO cards. They're
You get
never
it.
leaving my site.
Didn't you sell your Lion
Yeah, aren't you
King?
missing a
Okay,
Sakura also?
oh.
Listen,
A Sakura foil from your face from Heaven's Field?
Okay, no, okay, shh. Okay, they don't
Yeah.
need to know. They don't need to know
so
that.
you've
No.
also done it. Don't
it's
act like
fine.
you haven't done anything.
It's fine. The most recent stuff doesn't have signatures on it anyway, so it's fine.
That's true.
Okay,
Thanks,
don't.
Aniplex.
Hey,
Whoa.
don't remind me, please.
The Aniplex stand.
I was this close. I was literally this close in getting a Dio signature. That's
I
all
mean,
I
you want to
needed.
feel if you want to feel better. I mean, Kaguya doesn't have any signatures either.
All right, I get it. Okay,
Yeah.
I understand.
Look at this guy.
It must be nice to have signatures over there.
It is.
That's
It
pretty cool.
really is.
Yeah, but at least I'll
Hey,
never.
do me a favor. Don't check a climax when you trigger Shizu. Okay?
Never.
Alright.
Woo, yikes.
No, sorry, I can't do that. I'm sorry.
Nope.
Yeah, okay.
I
Yeah, it must be
apologize.
nice to see the foil climax every time your Shizu dies, right?
Yeah, all
Those
the
aren't SP
time.
Shizus, though, right?
No.
No, I
Ooh.
didn't think so.
Absolute angle
Unbelievable.
shot.
Yeah, listen, I'm just making sure people know.
Not just shot, honestly.
No, it's not shots. Come on, dude. It's pants and book.
Yeah,
It's no shot.
it's Gatebook, yeah.
One last thing though is like, what's nice is that just for everyone to know, like, these coming out Spring Fest, we don't have to submit our decks until the day of.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness. I get to switch my 50 2 minutes before the event. Or Jason goes, "You're not playing Rent a Girlfriend," slaps the deck out of my hand and just gives me a pile.
I could do
here's-
that. I
well-
wouldn't do that, but I could.
Here's probably what would end up happening is that Jake plays Rented Girlfriend the night before, and he's just like, "Man, this deck sucks." Slime.
But this would have helped Brandon because Brandon has been it likes to be indecisive sometimes.
Okay,
Especially when we went to Cali, you didn't know what Ruby version you wanted to play.
Okay, listen.
You,
Just
you
because
kept bouncing back and forth, and you were like, I should have just played Fate.
Okay, I don't know. Okay, no, no. It's okay to angle shot Jake. It's not okay to angle shot
Hey,
me.
listen, every free game for everybody.
Man. Also, believe me, this is back when like Ruby first sort of came out, so like not everyone knew exactly what the best deck was.
Yeah.
So like, I just want to play 8 door because it seems really
And
good.
It was cool. I think
Yeah.
Cinder was still a good choice.
Listen, 8-door showed itself at Toronto.
It did. You're absolutely right, and
8-door
that gave me
Ruby.
hope. That's what gave me hope. That's why I switched.
8-door Ruby's still out there.
Yeah. Then until you play against AOT, and then they gear out of your way of your Ruby, and you feel really bad.
Yeah, just dodge the AOT. Even if the team has an
Dodge
AOT,
AOT.
even if the
Okay.
team has an
Dodge
AOT
the
deck,
AOT, nice.
Just-
Yeah, dodge the
it's a
card
one.
captain
It's a
Sakura
one.
matchup.
Oh, my goodness. These are framed jobs.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Yeah. Let me contact every card counter soccer play. Hey, what position?
Yeah, all
are you in?
4 of them. I haven't played the 4th guy yet.
Yeah, that's true. Not yet. Wait till Atlanta.
Well, yeah, you be like, all right, what seed are they in? Okay, so on average, all like
But
they should be on B.
it is it is
On
really
average.
exciting that we can test multiple versions of our deck and we can change it the last.
Especially if
minute.
you know who's going to
It-
show up too,
it
or what's
definitely-
going to show up.
It definitely
Yeah.
kind of hurts because like when you have to like lock in a deck multiple weeks before and you're like suddenly like when the starts coming close and you're just like not feeling it anymore and you're like, oh man, I really wish I put this card in.
I wish I could have resubmitted my deck list for BCS.
One
Yep.
big thing is one of my friends couldn't play in BCS Vanguard because I submitted the wrong deck by accident.
Oh yes, you did.
And I missed a window because I forgot to put the prison in the prison deck. And
I don't
you
understand how
can't
that
play
wasn't the
deck
first
if the
card.
prison's not there. So
Unbelievable.
having this option to help with like any mistakes, like I did pre-register my team already because you can still pre-register, but nothing is final until
Which you should still do
yeah,
because
it helps
honestly,
make
it
the-
keeps
they,
you more
they did
organized.
say it should help make the registration process better.
Yep.
But like it's nice that I can still go in and like change it. But last time you pre-register, if you make a mistake, you gotta either run with it or hope you don't get caught doing it.
If you
Which
make
you
a
will.
mistake, don't cheat.
Yeah,
Don't cheat.
Just don't do it.
Don't cheat.
Because you will get caught.
You will get caught.
You will get
especially
caught. If
give
you
up.
get top 8, you will have the embarrassing moment of the guy deck checking you and going, nope, and then you're disqualified.
you're gonna have like number 9, 9th place. Be like, all right, come on, let's go.
You're gonna be the 3 people who have to walk out. So don't cheat. Don't cheat in these events. That's not cool.
have definitely seen. I've been in that deck check at that point, and I've seen it from the outside. I was like, oh, okay, they're just deck checking. It shouldn't be that bad. Then you're sitting there, and you're just really nervous.
Mm-hmm.
I almost got DQ'd because
Listen.
of Jake here too. It's like we're always planning to cause something to happen to each other.
There's always a calamity.
There's always something, and it's really funny. I was using these Kamaket Suicide sleeves.
They're very pretty.
They're really nice. They're not. I didn't realize that we couldn't use them when you get to the top 8 table. Because they weren't licensed because they were made by someone else, and I was so worried and I didn't know what was happening because they kept the 2 judges just kept talking to each other about like what was going on. I was like, I don't know what's going on, and they were like, yeah, you just need to switch your sleeves. And luckily, I brought these Mume sleeves with me that were licensed,
Mm-hmm.
and I was prepared to sleeve them. but it was a really scary moment of almost getting DQ'd because of the wrong sleeves.
I still stand by that. I gave you your power spike for
You
that
did.
event, and
Suicide was there with me.
as soon as you took the sleeves off,
It all went downhill.
you lost immediately.
I just lost everything.
That just means you have to get officially licensed suicide sleeves.
You're right. I do. That's true.
I mean, listen, you talking about you being nervous. Imagine like me and Jake the entire time we're just like,
Oh yeah, you guys
we're
are
like- we're like,
I'm like looking at them from the outside, and they're like freaking out.
we're like,
Jake's main thing is he wants to help me sleeve, because Jake's been in a situation in other card events where he lost a round due to having to re-sleeve.
Magic the Gathering. I've lost a round for needing to re-sleeve and not doing it in 10 minutes. So I said never again.
So he's helping with a sleeve. Alejandro's freaking out. No one else knows what's going on.
I'm trying to figure out what's like. It was like there's marked sleeves. Was like the
Yeah.
inner not good? Was the outer not good? Were they the wrong way? Like
listen, we kept. I mentioned it before. I was just like, listen, we just gotta like pit stop that deck.
Yeah.
We just gotta like just take everything out, put it back in, and then.
oh, we could have had it done in 5 minutes easily.
Absolutely.
Not even.
Yeah, no, but like the other precursor to this is like my first time top 8ing at an event too. So like I was more nervous to get DQ'd, and I'd be like, ah shit. One, I don't get my playmat.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most important part.
That's the most important
That's the most
part.
important
So,
part. You gotta flex.
But yeah, no, it was a good time. So I would say a couple things that we plan to do really quick before we finish up here on this channel, just so you guys know what's coming up. Well, we'll have another video like this coming up probably I think we'd say probably in 2 weeks.
Yeah, probably.
Probably
2
right
weeks
before
from now.
Atlanta.
Yep.
Just so we could talk about what we expect to see, and then we'll actually go a little bit in depth about the 2 other Spring Fest that happened before us. This was more of a kind of a setup just to show what we're about. So sorry if it's a little bit all over the place. Hope you guys have a good time watching it. This is just kind of our opinion on the game and just how we feel about everything. So just don't take offense to we're not trying to offend anybody. It's just kind of how we see the game.
No, if we offend anyone, it's really just ourselves.
Yeah. So it's true. We offend each other every day. But other things we do plan to do on the channel, we plan to do decklist videos. We'll be doing a case opening. The next case we probably will be opening is the Bang Dream set. I will get that Yukina SSP, I swear.
All right,
I want to open that.
Fingers
We
crossed.
do pray.
let's see.
We'll probably we'll do some set reviews. We'll go over Data Life. That's what I plan to do when I get my playset in. It comes out next Friday, not this Friday. The 27th, I believe.
Yeah, it comes out the weekend of Atlanta.
Yeah, it comes out. It comes out the week before, but it's not playable because it's not 2 weeks. That's why I couldn't play it.
Okay, so then it comes out the 22nd.
Yeah, the 22nd. That's 22nd.
22nd.
Yes,
Yeah.
22nd. I'm gonna go over that once I get the cards. Basically, we're just talking about good cards in the set and how it could increase. We're eventually gonna do a big, kind of like a learning video. I'm gonna probably have me and Brandon go over that with you guys. We'll just do probably just multiple videos on just how to play the game, just so new players have something to look for and something a little bit more updated than probably most new videos nowadays. I'm not saying they're not good, just to put one out there for hopefully make it a little bit easier to find.
Yeah,
Just to learn how to play the game.
Yeah.
It's definitely harder than it should be.
Yeah.
yes, it is. Because
I
I know
agree.
when I first started learning how to play, because you guys were teaching me, it took me a long time just to get the basic concepts
Yeah.
down.
Go over that. Well, this is our podcast, the stock pot. That's basically all these names have become because of Jake. Jake is really good at naming conventions. He's quite the funny guy when we're not bashing him all
Yeah.
the time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, we have a few things coming up. I hope you guys stick with us. This is my first time doing a channel, so again, I hope we can make this better as it goes along. So this one might be a little rough because it's the first one.
That's
But
fine.
I'm sure we'll get better, and I hope you guys stick with us, and hopefully we can make a little bit the content better for the game of Weiss itself, because we really all enjoy this game and really like to talk about it.
Yeah, we
I
really
guess-
wouldn't be here if we didn't
That's
like
true.
Weiss.
Absolutely.
None of
So-
us would be here.
We'll
Yeah,
probably have some
true.
gameplay videos when we're bored too,
Oh.
just to show some decks.
Mhm.
We'll do deck lists. We'll even talk about older sets that probably don't get talked about as much anymore, like
Cardcaptor
honestly,
Sakura.
Kill a Kill. I'm kind of interested to build a Kill a Kill deck.
I mean,
with the
we
power
just got a
set
power
that
up, yeah.
with the power up set coming out. So I got to find myself some cards for that. Some of them are a little harder to find. But
Good
hey,
luck.
Yeah, spend $600 on a
we'll
Kill
figure
Kill
it out.
playset.
We'll probably talk about that a little later down the line too. But thanks guys for joining us for this. We'll see you guys on the next video. All right, and that's it. Catch you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Hi guys, Jake here. Sorry for the thrown together visuals. I foolishly recorded on the wrong video setting and bopped our footage. Thanks for watching our first video anyway though. We hope to bring you more content like this, along with other Weiss related videos. If you enjoyed what you watched, please consider hitting that like button and subscribe if you feel inclined to. Also, be sure to comment what you'd like to see in future content. We hope you enjoyed what you watched, take care of yourself, and we'll see you next time.